Hello, welcome to eCBSE online classes. In this video, we'll be covering pair of linear equations in two variables for class 10th. The topic is equations reducible to linear equations in two variables. It is part H video in the series. We know that ax plus by plus c equal to 0 or ax plus by equal to c is the generic form for a linear equation in two variables, right? Where x and y are the variables and powers of x and y are positive integers. It is exactly equal to 1. Whereas a by x plus b by y equal to c is not a linear equation in two variables. The reason is that this particular equation can be written as ax to the power of minus 1 plus by to the power of minus 1 equal to c. If you observe the powers of x and y, those are negative numbers. So they are not positive integers. That is why this particular equation cannot become a linear equation in two variables. However, if I assume that 1 by x equal to p and 1 by y equal to q and substitute this into the previous equation, then a by x plus b by y equal to c becomes ap plus bq equal to c. If you observe this particular equation, powers of p and q are 1, they are positive integers. That's why we can say that ap plus bq equal to c is a linear equation in two variables where variables are p and q. Please take a note of that. What you have just learned is, though the actual equation given a by x plus b by y equal to c is not a linear equation in two variables, we could transform that equation into another linear equation in different variables, right? This idea is going to help us to make use of the methods we learned for solving pair of linear equations in two variables to solve certain equations which are not linear equations in two variables. That is the idea. Please take a note of that. Let's take a look at an application problem based on this idea. Solve 2 by x plus 3 by y equal to 13 and 5 by x minus 4 by y equal to minus 2. If you see this, you know that these two equations are not linear equations in two variables, right? So let's now transform these equations into linear equations in two variables. To do that, let me assume that 1 by x equal to p and 1 by y equal to q. When you substitute these two into the first equation, that is 2 by x plus 3 by y equal to 13, it becomes 2p plus 3q equal to 13, right? It is a linear equation in two variables p and q. Similarly, when you substitute 1 by x equal to p and 1 by y equal to q into the second equation, it becomes 5p minus 4q equal to minus 2, right? This is also a linear equation in two variables. So now we can say that 2p plus 3q equal to 13 and 5p minus 4q equal to minus 2 is a pair of linear equation in two variables. The variables are p and q, right? It means to solve this pair of linear equations, we can use any of the methods we learned for solving pair of linear equations in two variables, right? You can use substitution method or you can use elimination method, right? Let's do that now. Let's solve these two equations using elimination method. We know that the first step in the elimination method is make coefficients of a variable equal. To do that, let me multiply equation 1 with 5 such that it becomes 10p plus 15q equal to 65. And let me multiply equation 2 with number 2 such that it becomes 10p minus 8q equal to minus 4, right? If you observe, the coefficient of p in both the equations is equal. That's what we wanted to do in the first step. So let's move on to the next step, that is subtract one equation from the other. When you subtract one equation from the other, what you get is 23q equal to 69. It means q equal to 3, right? Now let's go to the next step, that is substitute value of q into any of the equations such that you can get value of p. Let me choose 2p plus 3q equal to 13 as the equation. It can be rearranged and written as 2p equal to 13 minus 3q. When I substitute q equal to 3 into this equation, I get 2p equal to 4. It means p equal to 2. So let me now write p equal to 2 and q equal to 3 as the solution to the pair of linear equations we have here. That is 2p plus 3q equal to 13 and 5p minus 4q equal to minus 2, right? Let's take a note of that. Now since we know that p can be written as 1 by x, that is equal to 2, x is going to be half, right? Similarly, we know that q equal to 3, and we say that q equal to 1 by y, that is equal to 3. So it can be rearranged and written as y equal to 1 by 3, right? Now we can say that solution to the actual equations given, that is 2 by x plus 3 by y equal to 13 and 5 by x minus 4 by y equal to minus 2 is x equal to half and y equal to 1 by 3. Let's take a look at another application problem now based on this concept. Solve 4 by x plus 3y equal to 14 and 3 by x minus 4y equal to 23. If you observe, the powers of x are negative numbers, whereas power of y in both the equations is a positive integer, that is equal to 1, right? So now let's transform these equations into linear equations in two variables. To do that, what we have to assume is 1 by x equal to p. We don't need to worry about y because power of y is already 1, which is a positive integer. So when you substitute 1 by x equal to p into the first equation, it becomes 4p plus 3y equal to 14. And when you substitute the same into the second equation, it becomes 3p minus 4y equal to 23. Now we can say that 4p plus 3y equal to 14 and 3p minus 4y equal to 23 is a pair of linear equations in two variables. Those are p and y. Please take a note of that. Now we can solve these equations using any of the methods, be it substitution method or elimination method. Let's solve this using elimination method now. Here I am slightly taking a different route. For the first step, instead of looking at coefficients, I am looking at the magnitude. I want to make magnitude of the coefficients of a variable equal. Why, you will get to know in a short while. To do that, let me multiply equation 1 with 4. When I do that, it becomes 16p plus 12y equal to 56, right? Similarly, when I multiply equation 2 with 3, I'll get 9p minus 12y equal to 69, right? If you observe the terms corresponding to y, you have coefficient plus 12 for the first equation and minus 12 for the second equation. Though magnitude is 12 for both, their signs are different, right? That is why our second step is also going to be slightly different. To solve these equations, instead of subtracting one equation from the other, here I'm going to simply add those equations. When you add these two equations, what you get is 25p equal to 125. It means p equal to 5. Now the third step is we have to substitute value of p into any of the equations such that you can get value of y, right? Let me substitute p into the equation 4p plus 3y equal to 14. That can be rewritten as 3y equal to 14 minus 4p. When you substitute p equal to 5 into this equation, you can write 3y equal to minus 6, right? It means y equal to minus 2. Now we can write the solution for the pair of linear equations we have written here, that is p equal to 5 and y equal to minus 2. Let's take a note of that. Now let's transform the equations back. We know that p equal to 5 is the solution we got, and we know that p equal to 1 by x. It means x is going to be 1 by 5, right? and we know the value of y already, that is minus 2. So we can say that solution to the given equations, the actual equations, 4 by x plus 3y equal to 14 and 3 by x minus 4y equal to 23 is x equal to 15, x equal to 1 by 5 and y equal to minus 2, right? I hope you like the video. Please subscribe to our channel, eCBSE Online Classes on YouTube, and follow us on Facebook. Thank you.